Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. We will begin by pulling from the Gilles de Tarot deck for an overall energy, and then utilize the same exact deck for a bit of a layered spread for the main part of the reading. We're keeping this one simple. So let's do some shuffling and see what we get to begin. Which card represents this Wednesday? Coming out the Ten of Cups, there's a huge focus on what you wish to see come to be, what's going to make you ultimately happy, fulfilled. I feel there's at least to an extent, a focus on your home life and whether this is suiting you or not, or partially if it's comfortable, is it organized, would you rather be living somewhere else? For some, this could be more so talking about a career situation or a connection, a relationship, something of the sort. But overall happiness is a huge highlight throughout this day, and whether you're feeling fulfilled or not, or for some it's partial fulfillment, right? A situation, for example, work, a job, right? Or running your business, it leaves you fulfilled at certain points or to an extent, and other points it just doesn't do it for you. And so Spirit's saying, is there something you could be doing that's within your control to more so fulfill yourself, enjoy yourself in the midst of, working towards success within that situation, wrapping yourself up with it? Or is it something where you should be looking to, or maybe continue to look towards other options for yourself? Or maybe for some, it's you needing to maybe implement a side hobby or a side hustle to balance things out. Very interesting. Or just to pair with it. Either way, it doesn't have to be career once again. It could be you needing to take up a hobby or do something to better the connection between you and somebody else, or to better take you away from the home situation more, or you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this day does talk about how we can adjust and adapt and add on, even expand potentially to be happier, fulfilled, to make the best. But some of which definitely do need to change when the time is right. The Death card, the King of Pentacles, the Tower, and the World card. Interesting energy. I laid them out very much separate. First and foremost, the Death card, talking about how this Wednesday leaves you feeling a bit depleted. If you don't wake up or begin your day feeling this way, you will at a certain point, even if that life comes back to you, or it sort of just kind of you just feel more depleted as the day goes on, feeling productive or just a bit drained for one if not multiple reasons. Doesn't have to be because you're busy. But again, we're talking about desiring an ending for some due to wanting a more ideal situation, more happiness, more fulfillment once again, more comfort, for some more excitement, more success. But however it looks for you, I feel like as well there is an ending or two from the past you may be pushed to remember that has led you towards more of this Ten of Cups vibe, or something, a situation you thought would be more ideal. And even if it was at one point, it feels like it's not that to that extent now. And so Spirit's saying, again, what can we adjust, change that's within our control? Or do we need to make a change, a switch up, a replacement, if you will? But the King of Pentacles talking about how if this isn't feeling like your energy throughout the day, we need to embody this energy, male or female, understanding or remembering that we do all have that masculine energy within us, to reground yourself if need be, or maintain that grounded way of being regardless of what takes place around you, and even within you at certain points, right? I'm getting specifically when Spirit speaks through your mind. And okay, your mannerisms acts through you, speaks through you, but a need to keep your mind on the money. It feels like for a lot there's a financial goal, even if that's not what this Ten of Cups was speaking upon for you. It could be something completely separated from your money and not affected by your money, at least to an extent. But it feels like that needs to be at least a partial focus throughout this day. Are we saving up enough? Are we doing what we can to make enough, not to stress over it, but in a grounded, balanced way? Think about it for a hot second, or at least portions of the day, or one portion. Anyways, your connection to nature will be at least a small part of this day, because need to take your mind away from the day-to-day obligations, day-to-day concerns. Take your mind away from your goal, if not multiple, at certain points. But I feel like there is a confidence about you, regardless of if you're feeling you're looking in tip-top shape. There's a confidence about you that's being admired. I feel like it's a day where you're, again, thinking about a tower moment that will come when the time is right. I'm also getting the spiritual meaning of a swan. But to move on to, again, the tarot card, I feel like you're expecting certain adjustments, endings, or one in particular. There's a sense of vulnerability throughout this day that's leaving you with positive progression. But I also feel like you're being watched, honored, noticed. Certain levels of attention throughout this day may be annoying, unwanted, but it feels like the majority of which will feel good and even needed. It reminds me of me needing, eyes peeled upon my videos, my readings, me in general, for the progression, the growth of my channel. But I also am getting the vibe, if anybody is making you feel a little bit nervous throughout this day, it may remind you why you want to change, if not multiple, for the future. If you were to look, down your path. But I'm hearing a little bit further. But it may also just remind you of who and what's right for you energy-wise, situation-wise, who and what to steer clear of, what conversations to put to rest. But I'm hearing everything ends and begins when it's meant to. The World card, because the stage shows you true evidence as I stumble, that your world is changing, that things are evolving as we speak, as your days go by, as time trickles on. There's a sense of you wanting a situation to be wrapped up with a bow, whether that's more so in a larger sense altogether, for a replacement or just a smooth transition. Or it could be more so, say you're at a job and you want that day to be wrapped up, to punch out and move on to something better. But it could be both, of course. And I feel like Spirit's saying that we need to adjust what we're focusing on and just either stay busy, do what you have to do, or find something positive to pull out of, being shown a haystack, a pile of imperfections. If that's not 100% for you, then so be it. But it feels like all the meanwhile, you just need to focus on what you want, but on the positives of what's at hand, naturally. There's new money to be gained throughout this day for a lot drawn to the reading. There's presenting of your work, of your vulnerability and what you're made out of, your talent, and this will pay off for you big time. I do feel like there's something Spirit's trying to spell out for you throughout this day, but it's not going to be something that everybody digests in the way they're meant to or in general, but some of which, and those of which who do digest it as they're meant to and get the message fully, it'll benefit you when a new beginning comes to be moving forward. You may find that this day does feel very bland and boring, kind of still at certain points, or one half of the day or a big portion, and then another part feels quite busy and slightly annoying to an extent. But there may be annoyances being pointed out in your awareness, your observation skills coming into play in more than one situation. But to overly focus on them once again isn't going to do you any justice, because it feels like a lot of which, if not all of which, is out of your control, right? You shouldn't be trying to control what's not possible to adjust. I'm being shown a bee, all right? A bee flying towards more results. I feel like you're being pushed to recognize that the sweet results that you're experiencing throughout this day need to be focused on with a level of certain levels of gratitude, but there's more of which lying ahead. There's more abundance than you're experiencing throughout this day. So just take a deep breath and recognize what's at hand is not everything, all right? Or remember that. Going back to the swan, I keep being drawn to it. There's a sense of you being confident and a bit elegant throughout this day. And even if you wouldn't consider yourself, or you don't feel like people even view you as elegant and poised, there's a sense of you being much more, embodying much more of that than other people that you're wrapped up with or observing, interacting with even. So just give yourself credit for being the way you are at this point along your path. You've come so far. And so you may think about how you're just very different from certain people, and that's a beautiful thing, all right? To stand out in that sense or in other ways can definitely work to your advantage throughout this day and more so moving forward. And it might remind you why you're more so meant to fit in and move towards a different kind of situation, all right? A different setting, if you will, different types of people. The Wheel of Fortune, I said that really weird. You might be thinking about fake people as well, but this day shows you evidence that the wheel is turning in your favor, my friend, and there's a bold confidence, once again, but a courage about you that you're going to remember lies within you to shift forward, to do what you have to do currently, make the best, and be, okay, own it, and be honest with yourself in regards to what you need to do to make the best and see progress come to be and move on forward, all right? I'm here to wrap this up. It's a day to be you, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your day, and I'll see you next time.